Hello, this is Nikisha Ware, and I am so glad that you have joined me today. And I know that if you are here, if you are sitting watching me today, you are looking for something. You're looking for answers, you're looking for solutions, and maybe some direction or guidance. And I know that I can shed a little light on our experience and what has happened to us. And hopefully, it will provide some value to you to help you make a shift and make a change in your life. You know my story. I was a very frustrated, unfulfilled, unmotivated, burnt out, six-figure debt, student loan debt ridden university professor. I had been the good girl, had done exactly what my family for years had trained me to do, and that was to go to school, get good grades, get a degree, get that good paying job. But what I did not know, what I was not aware of, is that it was going to cost me. It was going to cost me on many days my sanity. It was going to cost me my time with my husband and enjoying and fulfilling life with my three sons. So one day I said enough was enough. I made a decision to change my life through a course of events, series of events that I had experienced. And that was driven basically by a desire, a burning desire to do something different with my life, to experience the abundance and the much more out of life. And then I set out to do the daily disciplines that successful people do. And life has totally changed now. That six-figure school loan debt, we're paying it down in the fraction of the time as opposed to the 30 years like a house mortgage. And we won't work until we're 72. We now have the time and the freedom to do what we want when we want to do it with our children. We don't have to stuff life in on the weekends. And life is just different. I don't have more month than money. I'm not in the negative on the 10th of the month. And I'm going to tell you exactly three strategies that helped us that I know will help you as well as you make this shift, and that when you make a decision to do life differently and to design your life differently. Three things that we did, and take a pencil, take a pen and a sheet of paper. It'll take me quickly a few brief minutes to share these things with you. And the first thing that we did was raise our standards. We were very clear about what we were not going to tolerate anymore, what we weren't going to put up with. We were not going to pay those student loans until we were retiring. We were not going to retire with 40% of the money we could not live on as young people with children. We were not going to go into the negative every month. We were not going to take time away from our kids. We were not going to stuff life in on the weekends. We were not going to be two ships passing in the night. We were clear about it and we meant it. So the first thing you need to do is to raise your standard for what you believe you deserve. You are worthy, so you need to live a worthy and deserving life. The second thing we did is to change some of those self-limiting beliefs we had. Like all of us in the entire world from the beginning of time, there are a set of beliefs that are holding you back, keeping you from being fulfilled and motivated and doing the work that you love to do, your life's work. And honey, the only thing that allowed us to do that was to delve into books and audios and sit with people who had what we wanted in life, who had been where we were. And we fed on them. We let them speak life into us. And once we started reading and listening and watching, it quickly was very clear to us those beliefs, those doubts and those fears and worries that were lodged in our subconscious mind, that were a part of our programming, our conditioning. And we started changing them. Was it hard? Yes. Is it worth it? Awesome. Awesomely worth it. So that was the second thing we had to do, because even if you raise your standards, if you don't believe that you can change, and if you don't believe that you can have a better life tomorrow than you do today or yesterday, then life will never be fulfilling for you. You just won't make the change. You will be so stumped by your doubts and fears that have kept you, have actually brought you to the place where you are today. So after you raise your standards, you got to change your mindset. You got to make some paradigm shifts. And the last thing that I would certainly encourage you to do is to look and get more information. You got to take some action. You've heard me say that in previous videos. You can raise your standards, you can change your mind, but if you do not back that up by action, you'll just have a wish. You'll sit and life will pass you by. And sometimes it takes, I know for in our case, it takes someone who has what you want, who has been where you are, to sit down with you and coach you and mentor you. And sometimes they're not necessarily telling you something new. Oftentimes they're reminding you of yourself, reminding you of things that you've always known, but never really grasped or understood or could act on before. So certainly that's the third thing that you need to do is to certainly start taking action on those beliefs and raising your standards. So I hope this has been helpful to you, and do it today. Do it today. Write down those limiting beliefs, the things that you will not tolerate anymore in life, and reach out to someone who can help you and get you onto a fast and profitable start on your journey. So I thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to sharing with you more in the future.